Hi, I am Mita Naya and today is Monday and the date is 4th October and I will tell about my favorite cake means which I like to eat most and I when and I'm starting now. When I was child means when I used to read in a school, then I used to take cake as a tiffin and my mother gave it to me every day, and I used to like to eat chocolate cake or fruit cake. Sometime my mother gave used to give me fruit cake, and these two I like. There is different types of cake, and everybody has a choice, and there also had the cake, or it was fruit cake, and this cake was so famous to me every day. Means most of the time I take it as a tiffin, and my every friend knew that I will definitely take this cake as a tiffin. Not just as a tiffin, I also took this cake as a meal, means as a food sometime, and I also ate this cake with tea, or it's some with tea. Sometime I eat with tea this cake, and this cake was really very good. Now this cake is not available, but you can get this cake now, but the taste changed now. Means some maybe they and I cannot find this cake. This cake was really very good cake, well cake for me, and I used to take this cake as a tiffin, and I also liked to eat it, and and the name of this cake was tiffin cake. I don't know exactly what is the name, but my mother told me that its name is tiffin cake. It's it. And during this time everybody like to eat it. Means my mother, sometimes my mother also eat it with tea, my father also eat. Everybody can eat it, and now we will get different cake shop everywhere. There has available, because nowadays everybody cut cake during birthday, during any occasion. Birthday is necessary to cut a cake. Mm, but otherwise everybody cut cake in any occasion, in any holy occasion, anniversary, etc. And I used to bring cake during my mother and my parents anniversary. I brought cake with for them, and they also cutted this cake, and I enjoyed this day lot. And at first, I gave order of a cake to the shop, and after that, during this day, I bring it brought it with me, and everybody felt really very happy to get this cake. And every year I used to do it, but now I could not do it. And when I was a child, then I attend lots of birthday party of my friend, and there I went, and I saw that everybody is cutting cake, and I had a question in my mind that why everybody is cutting cake during their birthday, and I could not understand why everybody cut this cake during my birthday. Means then I did not have any sense. If I don't know why everybody cut cake. So during then I was so child, maybe then I read in class 1, or uh, so child. And after that I also wanted to cut cake during my birthday. And always I watched it when I went to anywhere, any birthday party, and then I watched it, and I asked my mother, everyone, that why everybody cut cake during this day, and anybody could not give me answer properly. Maybe, and everybody don't have answer also. It's so sweet, and the sweets is good for everyone, and birthday or any occasion is a holy occasion, so that's why everybody cut cake. But then this time I did not have any idea about it. But when I cut it cake during my birthday for the first time, I feel really very happy. And I did not remember that when I cut it cake first. And I remember one thing, that I cut it cake, and we also cut cake. We also cut cake during any festival, school festival, like teachers day, or anyone's when teacher's birthday or any friend's birthday, we cut cake. Actually, we also cut cake during the birthday of my school. We also celebrated it bigly. Lots of teachers during this time, lots of teachers came in our school, returns old teachers, and they came in our school. We celebrated it to cut a cake. And during this day, if our school gave us cake, means everybody gave us cake, and this day we also enjoy to cut a cake. And after that, during teachers day we also cut a cake. And at first, during teachers day, it's a kind of gift to our teachers. During teachers day, we at first we collected money from everyone who want to give. They gave money. And after that, when we went to the teacher's house, then we brought a cake. mm, then then everybody cut the cake and celebrate this teachers day. And and we also celebrate the birthday of our friends. And we celebrated our friend's birthday sometime to cut a cake, big cake. And sometime we cut cake when we could not remember that, couldn't means when we did not remember the friend's birthday, and we could know that to go to the school that our friend's birthday is today. Then if anybody brought a cake as a tiffin, then she cut this cake of 5 rupees, means and we also use candle when we cut cake. And it's very holy thing. And during this lockdown, we I stayed at home with my all family members. Everybody was present here. And during this time, we also cut it we also my sister-in-law made a cake. And it was a normal homemade cake. And it was the first time when we ate homemade cake. Otherwise, we did not eat any homemade cake before. And it was and this homemade cake was very good. And during this pandemic situation, we cooked lots of dishes during to stay at home. And we ate different types of food during this time. Yes, this pandemic situation brought some sadness to in someone's life. But this lockdown for this lockdown, those people could not stay with their family members. They could stay with their family members. They spent their time with their family members, beautiful time spent. And I enjoyed a lot during this pandemic situation with my family members, because when most of the time I stayed in the school, and I could not stay in the home for a long time. So that's why every time, means from morning to night, I stayed at home with my all family members. And I could spend lots of time with them. And and my sister-in-law cooked different types of dishes every day. Every day, yes, every day she cooked. And like that, once she wanted to cook a cake. No, once first time it was a little bad, means The taste was good, but there was some mistake for cooking a cake, for making a cake. It's not easy process, it's very tough to make a cake. And I also have lots of ingredients for making a cake, so it's not easy. And for the first time, we got some problem. We did some She did some mistake, problem not she did some mistake for cooking cake, making cake. But at last, for second time it was better than before. And we ate it. And I also have an uncle who could make the cake, who can make the cake very well now. For this pandemic situation, from this pandemic situation sorry he from this pandemic lockdown, he is making cake at home. And so that's why he is making cake. He make cake very well. And I also like to eat cake of his hand. And when my sister-in-law made a cake, then he my uncle means this uncle helped her. And during this pandemic situation, during this lockdown, I think everybody made cake, everybody could make cake. And I also had a desire for making cake, but it's really very tough to make a cake. I have to give everything in proper quantity, like sugar, baking powder, baking soda, etc. And the process and procedure is so tough, means little tough. I had to do everything step by step. If I do any mistake, then I cannot make cake properly. And I also have a friend and who made cake for lots of time during this lockdown. And she also made a cake for her sister means she made a cake during her sister's birthday. And most of the people can make cake. And during any birthday or during any anniversary, most of the people make homemade cake, cake in their home. And some people also do business with cake business. And uh, and in this pandemic situation, for this pandemic situation, some people could learn how to make cake. And as and now online business is really very good now. And they are doing online business, cake business, through online. And they can earn money properly. And it's also helpful for everyone, and everybody can do it. Once I went to a cousin's birthday. And during her birthday, they ordered a cake. And this cake was really very beautiful, means they decorated this cake with lots of things, with lots of pictures. And my cousins was child, and everybody celebrated her birthday of 5 years. Yes, maybe 5 years, or yes, 5 years. And the cake was they decorated this cake with different colors, with different pictures of cartoon, with different toys, etc. And the cake was a 3 step cake. And they also decorated the room with lots of balloons, with lots of things. And it was really very good day for me. And she was really very excited for cutting the cake, and it was her favorite cake, means he liked this cake. Actually, she also liked to eat cake. And this cake there also has different types of pictures of cartoon toys. So that's why she liked this cake very much, and she was really very excited to see everyone. And to get this cake, for cutting this cake. And she was really very happy. Some people also give this cake as a gift, and it's also good as a gift. And during my birthday I also cut cake. Lots of relatives, friends come in my home, and we also throw short get together, and I enjoy this day very well. From morning, at first, I my mother cooked paesh for me, and it's first thing, and she fed it to me. And after that, at evening when everybody come at my home, then I cut cake with everyone, and some people also celebrate birthday with cake previous day of her birthday, of his birthday, after 12 a.m. And and um, and it's also good, and everybody feel very happy to get this gift. And